10 world records no one wants to attempt or break. What might these records be? And why is it that no one wants to repeat them? All right, how are you, friends? Welcome to Arvin Polo Television. Every person in our world has their own abilities and skills. There are also people who are so gifted that they can do impossible things. And with their breathtaking impossible feats, it's no wonder they are recorded in history, especially in the Guinness Book of World Records. However, because what they do is so impossible, no one wants to try or repeat them. So in this video, we will discuss the 10 world records that no one wants to try or repeat. But before we start, if you're new to our humble channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also ring the bell so you'll always be updated whenever we upload a new video. So let's get started. Number 10, fall from space. This is truly incredible. You wouldn't believe that someone would do this kind of stunt just for a record. We only see things like this in movies. But Felix Baumgartner is different. Felix is an Austrian skydiver, daredevil, and base jumper. He became known for jumping to Earth from a helium balloon from the stratosphere of our planet. He did this on October 14, 2012. He landed in New Mexico, United States, Pelang, Puerto Rico. With Red Bull Stratos, he also achieved the record of breaking the South Barrier without using any kind of aircraft. As of now, he has 2 records, including the exit altitude and the vertical freefall distance without a drogue parachute. And Felix is also known for performing truly terrifying and breathtaking stunts. And he trained with the Australian military to perfect his own stunt. But before he became a record holder today, there were also a few people who tried this stunt. On November 1, 1962, Yevgeny Andreev flew into the sky. He jumped from 93,970 feet, but it was lower and he couldn't achieve it. He had an accident while jumping when his helmet visor broke, causing depressurization. And eventually he died, and that was in the year 1965. Nick Piantinida also tried several times to make the jump. But in all his attempts, he was never successful because he also experienced depressurization. In addition to that, almost all the people controlling him and the ones monitoring him below lost connection. He survived his fall, but because he lost oxygen, his brain was damaged, and he was never able to recover again. Number 9, man covered in bees, this Chinese daredevil set a record. He was poured with buckets full of bees from his head in Yichun City, Jiangxi Province. His name is Ruan Lianming. He lives in China. And the stunt he performed is called bee birding from Ukraine. Bee birding has been around since the 19th century. This is where a queen bee is placed on their body to attract other bees. Ruan's stunt succeeded, earning him the record for the heaviest mantle. And the total weight of the bees on his body was 136 pounds, according to Guinness. And Ruan did this stunt while the China Central Television Guinness World Record Special and Law Show Day record was being aired in Fengshan City. And according to Ruan, one of his secrets to not getting stung by the bees is staying calm and controlling his movements. Amazing, right? Number 8, giant pizza. According to the Guinness World Records, the largest pizza weighed 26,883 pounds. It was cooked and shaped on December 8, 1990, and it was made in Northwood, South Africa. This giant pizza was made by Northwood Hypermarket, and they worked together to bake this pizza. Making this pizza was really difficult, so they carefully planned how to make it. The size of this pizza was 122 feet, and that's its diameter in inches. It's huge, right? Pizza really is delicious. But what if your pizza was this big? Do you think you could finish it? The pizza contained about 9,920 pounds of flour, 3,960 pounds of cheese, 1,763 pounds of mushrooms, 1,984 pounds of tomato puree, and 1,984 pounds of chopped tomatoes. While many fast food chains now offer giant pizzas, none match this one. Number 7. Gel Zero E10 with chopstick in 1 minute. Most of us have probably experienced eating jelly. I'm sure we use a spoon, maybe a teaspoon, or even chopsticks for this. And for beginners, holding chopsticks is not that easy to learn, especially when eating slippery or round foods. But there was a person who tried to eat jelly using only chopsticks, with a time limit of 1 minute. So in February 2017, Andrea Ortolf from Augsburg, Germany, set a Guinness record by eating 716 grams of jelly using only chopsticks. Before Andrea Ortolf did this, he first practiced several times until he achieved that record. It's hard to eat jelly if you're only using chopsticks, because jelly is slippery and you really need to use a spoon to eat it properly. Do you know what a domino is? Comment below if you do. Domino is a game from France, and now there are many different types of domino games. Some people build domino towers or topple them using just domino pieces. Here, we see a domino fall inspired by using large objects like mattresses. This record for the largest domino fall used mattresses. That's why standing on these dominoes is serious. This was built with 2 dominoes, and it was achieved by Globo, Comunicao, or Participações Sociedade Anônima and Ortobon. For Brazil, it was carved in Rio do Centro, Rio de Janeiro, on August 6, 2019. And the construction of this only took 11 minutes and 13 seconds after the domino fall they made. They donated it to a charity. This was documented in the Guinness World Record. Guinness has once again created a new category. This record came from Tony Collins, who was reported to have the longest time lying on a gurney. The gurney, if you don't know, is a stretcher that can be laid on to transfer a patient from one location to another. Tony Collins was 40 years old, and it was reported that he lay down for 77 hours and 30 minutes on a gurney. Collins was diabetic and was even found to have a virus. That's why he was brought to Princess Margaret Hospital in Swindon, England. So it was Saturday, February 24, 2001. He said he was waiting for a hospital room bed. Because of this, he was put on a gurney in a hospital hallway or corner, without a room or anything else. Colin had to stay on just a gurney. One of the biggest hospitals recorded a very high number of children. Fyodor Vasilyev was a farmer in Russia, in the province of Shuya. The document says his first wife had 69 children between 1725 and 1765. These children included 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets. While his wife was in prison, she gave birth to 16 sets of twins, 7 triplets, and 4 quadruplets. The monastery of Nichols reported this to Moscow on February 27, 1782. And what's more, all of his children were recorded. And here, their mother, Vasilyev, may have had a genetic predisposition to hyperovulation. This is when a woman releases multiple eggs in one cycle, which significantly increases the chances of having twins or multiple children. The most wins at the World Beard and Mustache Championship were achieved by Karl-Heinz Helle from Germany. From 1999 to 2011, Helle competed in the partial beard category. His most recent victory was in Trondheim, Norway. In 2011, Helle won in the Imperial Partial Beard category. And in the following years, he went on to win 6 world championships, starting in 1999. Ystad, Sweden, 2003. City, Nevada, United States of America, 2005. Berlin, Germany, 2007. Brinton, England, 2009. Anchorage, Alaska, United States of America, 2011. Trondheim, Norway. There's no official measurement here, since this contest is judged by the standards for amazing beard styles. 2. World's highest shallow dive. What is shallow diving? Shallow diving is a type of sport where you jump from a high point into the deepest water. But there was one person who tried this, and he had a unique way to succeed and achieve the record for the world's highest shallow dive. Darren Tyler from the United States of America, known as Professor Splash, dove from a height of 10.3 meters or 33 feet 10 inches into a pool. Even though the height he jumped from was really terrifying, he still did it. And what's more, the pool he landed in was small and very shallow. This stunt was extremely dangerous and could have been fatal for anyone. But Darren Taylor was undaunted and still went through with it. That's why it was recorded as a new record that can't be repeated. And on October 22, in 2005, this was his latest record, earning him a Guinness World Records award. On June 21, 2014, he proved his mastery of shallow diving again, surpassing his previous feat by diving through fire from 8 meters, 26 feet 3 inches, into a burning pool. His achievements are admirable, but extremely dangerous. Number 1, the heaviest man. There are people who are naturally called chubby, but there are also people who are already big even when they're still young. John Brower Minock is an American man who truly holds the record for the heaviest or highest weight in the Guinness records. His weight was recorded at 1,400 pounds or 635 kilograms. So that's equivalent to 6 to 7 people or even more if we compare Minock's weight. And Minock's weight continued to increase steadily until he was hospitalized in March 2021 at the age of 36 due to his heart complications and difficulty breathing. During those years, he lost nearly 110 pounds, 50 kilograms. Soon after, Minock had 2 children. Despite everything, during those years, Minock was diagnosed with severe edema. Edema is a condition where there is an excessive amount of extracellular fluid in the body. Because of this, when they had to bring him to the hospital, it took many people to help carry him. He was taken to the University of Washington Medical Center in Seattle. And there, Minock was confined, and they even had to combine 2 beds for him. It took 13 people to roll him over and change his sheets. Minock left the hospital after 20 months. Afterward, he weighed just 216 kilos, losing about 419 kilos from his original weight. Unfortunately, he was rushed to the hospital again due to another weight increase he couldn't control. And he stopped his treatment, so on the months around September 10, in the year 1983, at the age of 41, he passed away. And at the time of his death, his weight was 362 kilograms. All right, once again, this is Arvin Polo Television. This is not just a story. It can also change your perspective in life. Thank you, and see you on my next video.